So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now, people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter. And boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick six.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they were defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Up the middle, here's Pirine. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a dump off here complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he will have a Titans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They run it with Pirine and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Look at the big man rumble. Still on his feet. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Now Goff on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just a rate. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Well, the defense was in prevent. They still get there.
That means that there's absolutely nowhere to throw the football. No one came open because now you're really getting 3 guys rushing the quarterback. 5 guys should be able to block them, but sometimes time just takes it up and end up getting to him.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Goff. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Rock. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Now Goff. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Williams will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by the Kyron Williams touchdown run. Following throwing the touchdown. Here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
To throw is Goff. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Goff on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Goff. He's got Smith here. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now it's gone. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Desperation time for Goff on fourth. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Willis to try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. So gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your team's levels got to change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. So gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up. Didn't wanna know then, now I bet they're loving us. No more, R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more.
After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. How did he stay on his feet? And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
What a tug of war this game has been. A tie at the half. I remember when I was playing, my coaches always talked about the first 5 minutes of each half. That's where you can gain the momentum and seize an opportunity. We've got one team in position to do that right now.
1st and 10, Willis. Eluding the pressure right. Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one down to the 24. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Let's just lean on the word good here, partner. Good way to start the second half. Good safe throw, and a good quick first down as well.
They try the left side here with Williams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fool the inside.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Kyron Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. A try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by the Kyron Williams touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Quick slant, caught by Moore. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Bad news, they didn't get it on second down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on third.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the first down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
That's taken on the 25. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down. Up the middle, it's Peterson. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Adrian Peterson, 64 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And this return come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Moss on the give up the middle. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Howell down to throw it. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll try the middle with Peterson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Willis now off play action. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Lad McConkey from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. New England trying to get to place on offense. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Powell. And his throw here is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Powell. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Oh, nice move. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kyron Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by the Kyron Williams touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, They dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
Not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. New England's offense set to go. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Jalen Carter forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.
That underground music, riding in the years, not used. Title up, you a loser. I approve. I bet I stepped and approved. Straight underground, make all you haters get down. You understand what I'm saying? I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wheel, list. They come with the wheel, list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wheel, list. They come with the wheel, list. Hey, I met this girl the other night. She said she wanted me and be a money white. Respectfully declined because I said I got a wife. She said she wanted her best friend is known around the way. I started hearing about her type. Always with the ball players, that's the one she
So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
In a tie game that's going back and forth, oftentimes teams get really conservative because they don't want to make a mistake. But after that return, I think the offense coordinator just took a deep sigh of relief and said, okay, I can open up my playbook now. Let's see if he attacks.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Willis now off of play action. That one complete. He finds Shark. Touchdown, Cowboys. DJ Shark, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that part, Aaron. I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
It's Gervon Dexter who got in to drop him.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. On first down, Willis. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Willis. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That goes for a gain of 31. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kyron Williams, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was capped off by the Kyron Williams touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A handoff to start the drive to Mason. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford.
That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a give to Peterson running left. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kyron Williams with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cowboys up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it is 28-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by the Kyron Williams touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and that will write a finish to this ball game. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges to receive your reward.
Roundtable discussing the way that we get to the rack. Matter the game that you play, I'm just stating the facts. The aim of the game to be caking and making the max. I was 20 with a stack, 19 with a plaque, 18 neck icy with my Kango hat. I told him,
run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. You see us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back. Run, 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 run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh, when we get the bag. Yeah, don't you get too mad. Run, 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 run it back.
scoreless first half. These teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Willis looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. To throw, here's Willis. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. Touchdown, Cowboys! Lad McConkey, 37 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll go play action. Howell. Incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it. This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And that will be incomplete as well. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Dances by him. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First and 10, it's Willis. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Now Williams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Willis looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good to make it 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Shifts by him. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Play action, Willis. Flushed out right. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Willis. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it is now 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing on second and long. Howell under pressure. They got him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Second and 10, Howell.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now Howell.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Play fake. Here's Willis.
And Shark calls it in.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
You did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.